Hello beautiful people, and you are welcome to Upshift with Benny. So today I will be talking on how to understand yourself better so that you can understand your children. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel, like, comment and share. Let's keep this interactive. So like most parents, I want the best. I want the very best for my children. I want to be the best mom ever, to be able to raise them and groom them effectively. But I was very limited in my knowledge, and so the first few years as a mom was a struggle. It was a struggle in raising them, it was a struggle in doing things right and getting the results that I wanted. So for me as a young mother in the early years as a mom, I focused on feeding them, cleaning them up, clothing them, nurturing them, caring for them, making them look attractive, making them healthy, giving them the best food that I could afford as a mother. Very applauding, very, very fantastic, very selfless. But there's more to being a mother, there's more to being a parent than that. And so I also began to understand the developmental stages in the life of children and the do's and don'ts of parenting. At that point, I was like, God, give me the strength. And being someone who is very particular and passionate about fulfilling purpose, I soon realized that parenting also requires more. You need to invest more in the lives of children. So for me, I realized that part of my calling was to discover my children's purpose, to help them discover their potentials so that they can fulfill their purpose. And so you cannot give out what you do not have. So for me, then at that point, I didn't quite have it to give to them. And that took me on a journey of self-discovery. So one of the things I discovered about myself was my temperament. Everybody is born with a temperament. Even children also have their own temperaments. So for me, I describe or I define temperament as an assessment of your weakness and your strengths. And it's what you do with your weaknesses that matters, and how you also enhance the strengths that you have also matters. So for me, I discovered that I was a choleric, which has its disadvantages for a woman. It's very difficult for a woman, and someone that also wanted to inspire my children. I found it quite a challenge, realizing that I was choleric, but that also answered the reason why I was certain ways. So my default disposition is to be very direct, to be very blunt, in your face. I am not afraid of confrontations. I can confront anybody. I know what I want. I'm very decisive. I'm quite argumentative. I'm autocratic. It has to be my way and my way alone, And I was also very logical. And, in raising up children, you can't really be logical because a lot of things they do is not logical, Parenting is not really logical. We have to think with all our five senses. So if you are only thinking with one, which is your logical ability, then I think there's a problem here and there, So I also was given to moods. I was moody once in a while, and I wanted my space, I wanted my time, my space and everything. I saw these as weaknesses in a way, because I realized that I wasn't going to be able to achieve the aims I wanted for my children. So for me, relying on the Holy Spirit to change me, it wasn't an option, it was a necessity. And it doesn't mean that you cannot set goals to achieve the changes that you wish in your temperament, But for the change to be transformational, for the change to be such that you can also change the lives of people, the change has to come from within. And that is the specialty of the Holy Spirit, to change you so that the change in you can be lasting and transformational, and such that everyone can see that there is a change. So that was why I depended on the Holy Spirit to make my weaknesses turn to strengths. For you to be able to truly understand your children and any other person for that matter, you have to be able to understand yourself first. You have to be able to know who you are, know what your strengths and your weaknesses and your limitations are, and you should be able and willing to work on it first. So the second thing I learned is that you have to be the change that you want to see in other people. Be the change that you want to see in your children. So it's you walk the talk. You walk the talk. Let them see who you are. They learn from you. They learn from the path which you are walking on. They learn from your actions. And I also learned that learning is a continuous process. You don't just stop. Don't think, okay, because I'm a parent, I do not need to learn more. No, you need to keep on learning, because you will see lots of things that you haven't seen before. You will hear things you haven't heard. So you just have to keep on learning from every day. You learn from books. You learn from even your kids themselves. And learning, I see learning as a process. It's a continuous. So learning never stops. Developmental learning comes from continuous learning. We develop continuously from the continuous process of learnings. And the third thing I learned is to be intentional. You want certain traits, you want certain characteristics, you want certain achievements or milestones from your children. You should be willing and able to also back it up with efforts. It's not enough just wishing it or talking to them about it. You have to be intentional in how you hope or want to achieve those certain characteristics that you want to see in the lives of your children. And the most important thing I am learning is never to give in to your weaknesses. You know, the weakness is such that sometimes it can drown you. So don't dwell on your weaknesses and do not allow those weaknesses to limit you. I see every weakness having the potential, if you work on it, to become stepping stones to your greatness. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope it has ministered to you one way or the other. If you have comments on how your own parenting journey has been, please feel free to send in your comments, and let's learn from each other. Let's keep conversations alive. And next week, I promise to delve deeper into how we can understand our children's temperaments and also build on their weaknesses. And do not forget, you are not in this journey alone. I'm here holding hands with you through it all. God bless you.